Hi guys, happy Thursday. I have no idea what is wrong with my throat, my voice, everything is like crackly. No clue. Okay, we left off with the hounds, so now we're gonna go into, everything is basically done. So the rite was given, all of it was given. I will blog it on my Patreon for you guys. Now we're going to do the Light Betwixt, which is the Light Betwixt the horns of Baphomet, which is the old horn god. And it is the Witchfire and the Grand Array. So, traditional Cornish craft. So amazing. It really is. Alright. A lot of Easter eggs in here. A lot of Easter eggs, and I hope you guys find them. Very sad day. Very sad day. Yeah, it's official. Part 4 of Sabrina will be the end, and I am devastated. So, there is a Save Sabrina going around, so I don't know if there's petitions yet or not to get her to keep, Netflix to keep her. Or what? I don't know if Netflix actually canceled her or if that was just the last of it. I knew season 4, or part 4, which would be season 2, would be the end. I already had that fixed in my head, and I knew it would probably be the end. And so yeah, sad day, very sad night. All right, so the Light Betwixt now. This is all amazing. So this is folklore, and this is, just the horn god, all about the horn god, and, betwixt the horns and all that good stuff. So, all right, now widespread is the old witch tradition of the devil's devotional. So, now at the rites of the witch's sabbat. So these rites, which might appear first to be purely acts of homage by the assembled witches, however, at their very heart of the old one and the primal fire of mystic luminosity. So, within such rites, this light is embodied within the devil's candle or torch being held aloft by the old one, or affixed between the twain horns of his head. In French witch lore, he appears as the archetypal black goat god of the witches, bearing the black candle betwixt. I love this. His horns, betwixt his horns. So we have that in Italy, or France. Now, at Scottish witch gatherings, he appeared in the likeness of a man, in therianthropic guise, bearing a black candle in his hand, or the scene of the ceremony was illuminated by the light of the black tapers, such as in witch rites that have been conducted within North Berwick Church, that's in Cornwall. So, the pitch-black tapers of the devil's devotional may be seen to be emblematic of various craft tenets. The use of black pitch instead of the usual white wax may embody just one of the numerous traditional acts of ritual inversion employed upon our old friend, the transgressive path of return, exemplified also are the luminosity of power and spiritual gnosis concealed, and to be found by the wise within the mysteries of night, the divine spark of creation, born forth from the dark, and the bearer of that spark unto the blood of the wise. I love it. I do. I absolutely love that. So this, it gives you even more depth into the old one, and the horn god, and the witch's god, and it's just beautiful. Alright, now, the dark guise, bringer of light. The witch's god, in whose image we may find such avatars such as Lord Lucifer and the great lord, and the goat lord, Azazel, the old sorcerer farmer Cain, and sorcerer smith Tubal Cain, bearers of all the primal serpent blood. So, as the inherent of the old serpent burns also in the fairy blood of the witch, the devil's devotional acts thus not merely ceremonial display of homage, but potent rites of communion with the mystic light. So, I love it. I love the scenery, the imagery of this. So, exemplified in acts to be found within this profound aspect of the old Sabbath. Now, the burning black taper is described as being held by the witches in their worship of the devil, which is totally not the worship of the devil, literally. Were either lit by the witches themselves from the light held by the Old One, or the Old One himself would ceremonially kindle each of the witches' tapers from his own flame. Now that would be amazing. That would really be amazing to see that, to have the Old One actually come and light those candles. I think that would just be incredible. So herein the wise may discern a ritual act out of communion. So a partaking of the mystic light of all wisdom, and an affirmation of the inner fire of the witch, so that the source and symbolic reification of this witch fire is acknowledged. The old one himself may be affirmed in the returning of those tapers to the devil at the closing of the rite, as was said to occur in the meetings of witches in Somerset. So we might see further affirmation of the inner witch fire in its fanning, stirring, and raising by the use of joyous acts, such as feasting and ritual mill dances. So the music for which may very well be played by the devil himself, or else he might seek to stir up the power in his witches by use of the scourge to whip up the dance. Lord of Dance. We have a lot of Easter eggs here, which I love. So whilst the devil's devotionals may be most often thought of as occurring at witch gatherings, about the manifest appearance of the Old One, present perhaps in the masked and hide-covered magister. So we can only hope that the Old One will actually manifest in full form to us, and us at a Sabbath or any kind of devotional. So it is, of course, a ritual that may be easily and potently employed in the solitary circumstance. So, as is only traditional, the presence of the Old One may be represented by the phallic godstone, or perhaps such a rite may be performed around an ancient manor associated by some with the raising of the old serpent of the land, and thus stirring and raising the fire within the serpent blood of the witch. So there are, of course, other devices which may be employed by the crafter for our purpose. So such the staying, horned animal skulls, or the human skull of a man. In the use of the latter, the cross bones are used within some craft traditions to symbolize the Old One of the death mysteries. So useful, of course, within rites and magical workings where his presence is called upon. So literally, I would love to experience that. To just, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I feel it coming. So, it's just really going to be cool. It'll be a really cool thing to see. Oh, we have storms coming. Okay. Now, for our present purpose, however, the bones would be positioned uncrossed and open, so for such is symbolic of fire, or of life creation, increase, and thus suitable to the generative work of raising the inner flame. So all such devices, it must be remembered, however, are but vessels for the actual spiritual presence of the Old One himself, and where such symbols are employed, it is the work of the witch, by their focused will and acts of devotion, to evoke the manifest presence of the Old One. So signs of which may arise in various phenomena in or around the vessel in the successful rite. So here shall be given 2 rites, both with the purpose of the old devil's devotional, yet each entirely distinct in detail, one suitable for performance in solitary circumstance. Where'd I go? And one which requires an assembly of fellows of the art. So the former version, however, may be adapted for a group circumstance, should an assembly of crafters wish to make use of it. So we do have a devotional conjuration of the witch fire, which is the solitary rite. I'm not done with that yet, so that will be tomorrow. But I just really think it's amazing. It is really, really amazing to see. The Light Betwixt. So we did go into the Light Betwixt the horns, under the horns within the first book, Traditional Witchcraft, a Cornish Book of Ways. So now we get even just a little bit deeper into the old one, and his presence and representation, and it's just amazing. I mean, it really is amazing. So I mean, I love it. It just brings, I don't know, it just makes you feel good, makes you feel whole, it makes you feel connected, and it's just amazing. So yes, that is it for today. Alright, more Patreon readings will be coming. More Ouija Patreon readings. Ouija readings for patrons will be coming. Patrons, you have some stuff coming. So yes. Wow. Hopefully I don't fall. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you guys participate in anything like this? Do you do anything like this? If you do, let me know below. Let me know what you think. Let me know let me know what's going on in that head of your guys's. So, but yes, I don't know how we can save Sabrina. I wish we could. I don't know how. Lucifer got one more season, so 5 and 6. Come on, let's do it, Sabrina. Come on, Netflix. It's like a fucking great show. But alright guys, I gotta get out of here, so I love you all very much. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. Everybody please be safe. It's really, really hot outside. We have heat warnings, all that good stuff. So yeah, just hydrate and do whatever you gotta do. So, I love you all very much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, and everybody have a great day.